Good morning. I thought I was done my fueling, but then it turned out there was all this left in the NutriBullet, so gotta finish it up. So it's the start of week 2, and I promised my trainer that I would only weigh once a week now. So we're gonna call 8.3 my total weight loss for week 1, which is fine. We'll just bundle whatever I lost between days 6 and 7 into my week 2 weight loss, which hopefully is going to be a nice sizable chunk. Let's see, I'm doing pretty well. It's yummy. This is the chocolate shake. I added a little bit of Splenda to make it a little bit sweeter. Blended up with coffee, and then that's it. That's usually my first fueling, if I do some kind of shake. I was doing a brownie because my coach recommended it, and it was really yummy, but it's like my favorite nighttime snack, so I don't want to waste my brownies. I might have to buy an extra box next time so that I have some for my coffee and some for my last night I had the chocolate cookie, and that was really good, but I think I'm going to make it like a little drop cookie and like bake it, because I think it's going to make a really yummy cookie baked. I'm having a lot of fun with, like, not really hacks, but like the way that I prepare the food and taking time with the food, which I just think is a good part of this program, that it sort of encourages you to like take time with meal preparation, even though it's also really quick and easy. So I was telling my coach that my intention is that starting this coming weekend, I'm going to start baking some of the fuelings in advance, like in muffin and cookie form and waffle form, and like putting them in the freezer so that those are ready to go, and then making some recipes for the week that are like 4 servings or whatever, and then just putting them in portions in containers so I can just like heat up and go. My energy is good. I'm really feeling very active, sleeping better, not waking up in the night as much. And my mood is good. I don't know. I don't really have any complaints about this program. I think and hopefully this will change as time goes on. I think like my mind wants to latch on to the fact that it should be hard or something, or, the fact that I'm not eating a lot of calories, or that I think I'm like kind of getting adjusted to the fact that the meals are small or whatever. But one of the things that's really great about the program is having so much support. I'm not really on Facebook, so I'm not doing as much in the community as I would be if I were on Facebook, but I am messaging back and forth with my coach a ton, and I do like going on to the Transformation Facebook page and seeing all the befores and afters. That's like really motivating. And I like to think about, I have set like some milestone rewards for myself. We're going to the East Coast, to the shore, in mid-June, so that's like 4 months from now, and so I'm gonna do like a shopping spree before we go to get like some new clothes and stuff, so that's kind of fun to look forward to. Anyway, I'm about to go on a hike, and I am really looking forward to checking in with you next week. The one thing that I will say that is pretty miraculous, and I think it's because of all the support that this program offers, it has built into it. Last week was really stressful. Like, I was waiting for a huge check to come in, and I had to still like pay all my employees and stuff. And my daughter went to Korea, and it wasn't good because of the mandatory quarantine. She had to come right back. And so it was stressful. But it didn't even occur to me to go off plan And so that's pretty amazing that it didn't feel like a hardship to be on the program. So if you're thinking about doing it, and the 8.3 pounds that I lost the first week, I'm 50, okay? So anybody who tells you that you can't lose weight after 50 is full of it. So aside from the 8 pounds that I lost the first week and how much more energy I have, you know, I ran 3 miles on day 5 or 4 or whatever. Aside from all that, like, it really did help me kind of, like my mood was really even, and I was like dealing with some stressful stuff, but I wasn't like freaking out. So there's a lot of reasons to try it, and I know I'm only a week in, but I have a good feeling about this, for me and for you. So take a chance on yourself. What do you have to lose besides a couple $100? Okay, bye. Oh, and one more thing. So, like most programs that use, like, there's some kind of artificial sweetener in here. I know there has to be, because otherwise it wouldn't taste this good. And often it leaves like a funky taste in your mouth at the end. So what I do, which really works, is I had already been in the practice of drinking lemon water first thing in the morning. So if I kind of like swish lemon water around in my mouth, totally eliminates it. So there you go. You can enjoy it. Swish the lemon water, get on with your day. You're welcome. Okay, so we're about midway through week 2. And I wanted to do an update. I'm not doing daily updates anymore, but first of all, because that last video was hella long. Who the hell's gonna watch that every week? I don't know. Maybe you guys would, but I know when I was looking around for Optavia transformation or, you know, whatever, weight loss journeys, there's no way I was gonna sit through 20 minutes of some person that I didn't even know. So I'm guessing you wouldn't either. But maybe 5 minutes. So anyway, let's keep this short. I'm not weighing myself every day anymore. I'm not weighing myself every day anymore. And I've settled into a groove with that, which is a relief because it can be a little addicting. And I'm kind of also settling into a groove with cooking. So here's a little video I made about cooking some fuelings in advance. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I did it. First of all, I measured out the perfect amount of water. Isn't that funny? But anyway, so here we have, these are the cookies, those 3 and that 4. And then you see I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top of the cheddar herb biscuit. Then we have our 2 brownies. And then the rest are the cinnamon swirls. So I am going to try and make a nice little icing glaze for the cinnamon swirls out of cream cheese and sugar-free maple syrup. We'll see how that goes. But for now, we're just gonna put them in the oven and see how they come out. Okay, so now it's time to take it out of the oven. I'm so excited. I can smell it. I can't wait till they can come up with 4D technology so you can smell it. It smells so good, even though it's a mishmash of sweet and savory. My meatloaf is over there too, but look at these little babies. Look at that. So that's our cinnamon. We have our cheddar biscuits, brownies, and our, oh wait, I guess that's chocolate chip. And then these are our cinnamon swirls. Ooh, they look so good. Hardest part is gonna be not eating them. There we go. They came out beautifully. So we cooked at 350 for 15 minutes and they all look perfect. So I'm just gonna let them cool off and I'll just have to, toughest thing is gonna be deciding which one to have tonight. Such a dork. Anyway, epic success. Now I have these fuelings ready for the rest of the week. Bye. Okay, so now we're gonna try to make our little glaze. So here's a teaspoon of cream cheese. We're gonna add in a tablespoon of the Walden Farms pancake syrup, and we're just gonna try just like nuking it. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I didn't find this anywhere, but we're gonna nuke it and then And then we'll see if this is good for us to glaze onto our little cinnamon swirl cake. Okay, there was a lot of splattering, but this is what we have. I don't know. Looks kind of interesting. So, this is what we have. Just gonna stir it all up. Get it nice and smooth. Actually, probably would be better if I used a whisk. Let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna use a whisk, but in the meantime, here's my little thing that I made yesterday. So I'm gonna pop that in the microwave for 20 seconds. And in the meantime, I'm gonna finish whisking up my little makeshift cream cheese frosting. It's looking pretty good, right? That means that's done. So now, nice and warm, and we will, not really prepared, I don't do videos very often like this. Put this on a plate, and then pour a little glaze on. Paint that on there. Now you got a cinnamon roll. To me, that's a cinnamon roll. Gotta have a little bit of frosting on there. So that, I don't even use all the glaze. That's our cinnamon roll. What do you think about that? Okay, we'll see how it tastes. Bye. Okay, so that's fun. And I'm starting to really like the fuelings. And I'm starting to kind of relax into the whole hack concept of like adding a little bit of egg whites or adding a little bit of cheese, or our grocery stores don't carry the laughing cow cheese that everybody talks about, but I do use part skim mozzarella, and that helps. I'm hoping that this weekend I can find some good recipes to make in advance for the week. That's how I'm planning to spend my weekends. Not the whole weekend, but a good bit of it. And I'm sleeping better. I have more energy. My runs are still really, really strong. My skin looks really good. My period is lasting an inordinately long amount of time, so that's a little bit frustrating. But it also, the other thing that's helpful about not weighing myself every day, I think it's helping me to just kind of like settle into it, like this is my life. So I'm not like so focused on, are we done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done? It's sort of like, okay, this is what we're doing. So I'm looking forward to weighing in on Monday, but not really thinking too much about it. And I'm kind of settling into the knowledge that like, it's gonna work, because for all last year, I was doing a sort of similar concept. I was logging my food and staying within certain macros and staying within certain calories. So in other words, I was disciplined around like food and exercise. And this is just kind of ratcheting it up a notch, which is essentially the intention that I set at the beginning of this year. I just didn't know what it was going to look like. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, I'm in a pretty good headspace halfway through week 2. So for those of you who are just getting started, I would say that things got better around for me, I never really had the crazy hunger. Well, okay, I did on day 1. If you saw if you saw last week's video, I did. I was really hungry on day 1. But by day 2, I had kind of settled into a groove. And by Friday, so Wednesday, Thursday, by day 4, I was fine. Like everything after day 4 is, old habits kind of pulling my chain. It's not really about like an actual physiological need for anything or craving for anything. So I did have a Coke Zero yesterday, but only one on one day. So we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't. And the other thing I had, which I didn't even mention to my coaches last night, I was taking, so I have vitamins that I take in the morning, and then vitamins that I take at night because I'm on like cortisol supplements and progesterone and stuff like that because I'm perimenopausal. And so I have this, I'm a singer, so I have this ability to like open my throat and just take a whole bunch of vitamins at once. Problem is sometimes when I do that, I get a little bit of like heartburn if it doesn't go down right. And so that happened last night. And the only thing I know, like Tums doesn't work, Zantac, like none of that stuff works. The only thing that actually works to just settle it down right away is tea with honey and milk. So I looked at the honey, and like a whole tablespoon only had like 16 grams of sugar or carbohydrates. And so I had like a little bit less than a teaspoon of honey and a little bit of flax milk. And so I'm hoping that that doesn't mess things up too much either. But I was reading a blog yesterday by this one girl, and she was all over the place in her week too. She was like eating cake and like, I don't think she had pizza, but she was all over the place. She was eating bread, like fruit bread and cake and all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, look, I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm not all over the place. I'm not like the Optavia website says that diet soda, once in a while is okay. My coach says diet soda once in a while is okay. And I'm going to be more careful with the vitamins because I know honey is not something that I should be having, and I will not have it again. But I want to be entirely honest with y'all and let you know exactly what's going on. And so this is week 2. I'm on Thursday of week 2, which means I'm Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days in. I'm starting day 4 of week 2. So I guess I won't give you a weight loss update until, should I give you a weight loss update in this video? Maybe. I guess you probably want one. I think if I was, I would want an update in somebody's week 2 video. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Bye. Okay. It's Monday morning. Technically the beginning of week 3, but I'm going to include this video in week 2 because this is the moment where I find out how much I lost in week 2, and I'm going to find out with you. This is the first time I've done it this way, where I've actually had the patience or the faith to like just wait and not like look every day. And I'm a little bit terrified because I can tell you I've done everything pretty by the book. I mean, I've had Coke Zero here or there, but that's kind of it. Last night's salad, I did have like salsa and stuff, but I think that's all okay. Otherwise, I did some form of activity every day, which I would have done anyway, so I didn't want to not do that. And I drank water every day. So anyway, that's what it is. And now we're going to see what, I think my calories, just if you're curious, my calories ranged from about like 900. They were normally, most days they were like 900, but on days when I ran or played tennis, they were closer to like 1100. But the percentages always stayed the same. Carbs were always like around 80, 85. So just FYI, in case you're wondering what to look for. In case I have a really big loss this week, but I don't know. So anyway, here we go. Okay, so I was down 3.2 pounds for a total loss altogether of 11.5 pounds in 2 weeks. Not too shabby. And I think probably I can assume that somewhere around 3 to 3.5 pounds is what I'm want to lose. What I'm gonna lose every week, but we'll see, because I'll keep coming back. But hopefully now my brain can like kind of relax a little bit. I just had so many experiences of like for a year, I was really, really disciplined, and I would get on the scale, and I would get on the scale like every month, and I would lose like 3 or 4 pounds. So I'm thrilled that you know, we can be losing 2 or 3 or 3.5 pounds a week. And by we, I mean me, I. And so we're just going to keep it going. And guess what the end of next week marks? We're now in week 3. And that means at the end of next week or this week, I will be officially in a habit. 3 weeks to form a habit. So onward, folks. And I will see you next week. Bye.